On high alert after a shooting near the UNR campus leaves 2 teenagers dead. The latest on the investigation and what's being done to keep students safe.
It was fueled by lies. Lies by the defendant, targeted at obstructing a bedrock function of the U.S. government.
And special counsel Jack Smith laying out new charges against former President Donald Trump. Details on his latest indictment. Plus, the impact of Hot August nights in Northern Nevada's economy, how much money the event is expected to bring into our region.
Hey, and for a change, Hot August nights not going to be all that hot. Below average highs are coming your way. Talk about it in big weather.
This is Fox 11 News at 10.
Hello, and thank you for joining us tonight for our first 10 o'clock newscast on Fox 11. I'm Andrea Esparza. Well, topping our news tonight, we start with developing news. Police continue to investigate a shooting near UNR's campus that left 2 teenagers dead. Reno police say just after midnight, a fight broke out between 2 groups of people when one or more of them fired shots on North Virginia and 15th Street. 2 teen boys were hit and later died at a hospital. In a message sent to students and staff, the UNR Police Department said investigators were looking for a black man who was last seen running westbound towards Sierra Street. Classes were not in session, but campus was open today, and the shooting happened right across the street from the Lawler Event Center.
I was scared. My first thought is always, unfortunately, it's a school shooting, so I worried that might be the case, and I had to read it again to realize that wasn't the case.
Well, UNR police say there was no threat to campus, but had officers walking the campus to make sure people felt safe to be there. And we have more developing news about a death just outside the Nuggets casino parking lot. Information is limited at this time. Sparks police say just before 2 o'clock, one person was found with multiple injuries and taken to a local hospital where they later died. Police did not release any information on how they died, but did say that they believe it was an isolated incident. No suspects have been identified, and anyone with information is asked to contact Sparks police or secret witness. And in international or national news tonight, former President Donald Trump has been indicted again, this time in Washington, D.C., for his role in the January 6th attack of the U.S. Capitol. Sinclair chief political correspondent Scott Thuman has the very latest and a look at how the legal troubles are stacking up fast.
Well, Donald Trump indicted now for a 3rd time. The Washington, D.C. grand jury issuing charges on 4 separate counts of conspiracy and obstruction for Trump's role in the January 6 riots and attack on the U.S. Capitol. Prosecutors allege former President Trump tried to prevent the peaceful transfer of power and stay in office despite losing to Joe Biden.
It was fueled by lies. Lies by the defendant, targeted at obstructing a bedrock function of the U.S. government, the nation's process of collecting, counting, and certifying the results of the presidential election.
Trump reacting on social media, writing, "Why didn't they do this 2.5 years ago? Why did they wait so long? Because they wanted to put it right in the middle of my campaign. Prosecutorial misconduct." Prosecutors say Trump encouraged the mob and raised money on false claims of widespread voter fraud.
You'll never take back our country with weakness.
They don't have the smoking gun. I think the election was fair. People told him the election was fair. But they have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that in his own mind, he actually knew the election was fair and that he corruptly then tried to undo the election.
I'm sure he will raise the defense of free speech. I'm entitled to say certain things. And he'll also raise the defense of, I had lawyers who were advising me and I followed their advice. I think this case is more complicated because it raises attorney-client privilege, executive privilege, and free speech.
Trump already faces charges in New York for alleged hush money payments to cover up an affair leading up to the 2016 election. Trump also indicted in Florida for taking classified and top secret documents with him when leaving the White House and is accused of obstructing the government's attempts to get them back. Trump now ordered to return to Washington to appear in court and face these charges in person at 4 o'clock on Thursday afternoon. In Washington, I'm Scott Thuman.
Well, former President Trump responding to the news of his indictment on Truth Social, calling the indictment, quote, fake, and asking why it was put out a day after the, quote, crooked Joe Biden scandal. He then proclaimed that the nation was in a decline. And a man accused of breaking into a Lake Tahoe area resort and touching two women's feet last month has now finally been arrested. Police say that 26-year-old Mark Gonzalez from Atwater, California, broke inside of two State Line Resort condominiums from July 1st through the 3rd. Once inside, he allegedly began rubbing two women's feet. Police say he left once the woman woke up and confronted him. Today, police arrested Gonzalez at his home, and he has been booked into the Merced County Jail on 2 counts of burglary and 2 counts of battery, and his bail is set at $50,000. And former Las Vegas Raider Damon Arnett reached a plea deal in his assault case. Arnett will plead guilty to 2 lesser charges of assault and drawing a deadly weapon. He will pay a $2,000 fine and serve 50 hours of community service. Police do say Arnett pulled out a gun during a confrontation with valet attendants at Park MGM in Las Vegas in January of last year. Well, the York fire continues to burn across California and Nevada. It's grown more than 80,000 acres. This morning, the National Park Service reported the fire burning in the Mojave Desert was 33% contained. The fire is also backing down Crescent Peak, away from the Nevada border. Ground crews and aerial resources are working together, and nearly 400 people in total are working to put this fire out. Well, here in northern Nevada, we have slightly cooler temperatures and a slight shower forecasted in our tonight. Let's check it out. Chief Meteorologist Matt Monroe. Some showers, very different from what we saw a few weeks ago, Matt.
Yeah, Andrea, and you were talking about wildfire season. We're kind of in it now, so each and every day we really do watch out, of course, for the air quality. And we're actually in the good zone again tonight. AQI is sitting right there at about 40, so no problems there. And no problems out there tonight. Few extra clouds. We're sitting dry. Currently, we're at 78 after daytime highs. Maxed out at 95. Carson City 77. Look at Truckee. That's kind of refreshing at 57. And Fallon, you can actually reverse those numbers, go to 75 there. Most of the winds are now knocked on down. They're quiet tonight, and then they're back again tomorrow. Zephyr winds, in fact, each afternoon, west-southwest 10-15, gusting to 20-25. Hey, look at that. Below average temperatures tomorrow, at least through Saturday. We'll tell you more about that, and we'll check out the showers and storms, mainly east of Reno. That's all coming up in big weather. Andrea, back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Matt. Well, next week, Nevada lawmakers could debate Governor Joe Lombardo's plan to use unspent COVID relief money towards school choice. The governor has proposed putting $3 million towards the Opportunity Scholarship Program. That program, sometimes referred to as a voucher program, gives students scholarship money to be used for their private school tuition. Democrats in the legislature lowered the funding for the program, meaning about 600 students currently don't have a scholarship heading into this school year.
And if we interject competition into this, into the market, like we do in every other business model, you will raise the test scores of the kids in public school while offering choice to families if that public school is not working for them.
Well, top Democrats were not available for interviews today, but have said in the past they're fundamentally opposed to public money going towards private schools. And Hot August Nights is revving up revenue for businesses in the region. A 2017 study from the University of Nevada, Reno shows that the 10-day event brought in $809 million into the area. Now they estimate that the figure has grown closer to $100 million between hotel room bookings and spending at local businesses.
They'd come and watch, listen to music, watch the cruise, go to the drag races, swap meet. We have so many different unique venues that makes this car show very special, and it's all, for the most part, free with the exception of a couple new VIP areas that we've added this year.
Well, the 10-day event brings in about 400,000 people into the area, and registration for participants is sold out with 5,500 cars already signed up. Well, today communities all around the country took part in a national night out. Fox 11's Alyssa Beck joins us now on this amazing event. Alyssa, you were there. Tell us what went down here.
Yeah, I mean, Andrea, it was so much fun. I got there around 5 p.m. right when it started, and there was already so many families there. Law enforcement was there. They were listening to music, dancing, and just having so much fun. And this is something that's been going on since 1984. It's as really a way to promote, the relationship, the camaraderie between police and the community, really. And on the first Tuesday in August, law enforcement agencies around the United States hold these events in hopes to make our neighborhoods safer. Today, the Carson City Sheriff's Department held their 20th annual Sheriff's Night Out, a community building campaign to give neighbors the chance to connect with law enforcement on a deeper level. The event gave families the opportunity to interact with the Sheriff's Department, firefighters, paramedics, park rangers, and even the National Guard.
Most of the interactions between law enforcement are a lot of the times they're negative, or that's really during a traumatizing experience for the individuals. And so we're trying to put it like a new light, a positive interaction for people that might not have had that experience yet in their lives. So it's something to kind of like just bring people together and with law enforcement together.
This National Night Out Day really allows law enforcement to connect with the community in a positive environment. And, you know, it really helps them build relationships, and it opens that dialogue up a little bit between us and law enforcement.
Yeah, definitely so much. Thank you so much, Alyssa Beck. You always want to know those who are protecting us, right? Thank you so much for all of that. Cool. Well, Palisades Tahoe just announced the return of the Palisades Tahoe Cup. The cup will feature top-tier World Cup male racers who will showcase their skills on red dog face and dog leg. It's happening February 23rd through the 25th of next year. And in addition to the giant slalom and slalom races, there will be a youth parade, a bib draw, and live music, along with other vibrant festivities happening throughout the weekend. And coming up, the suspect in the Gilgo Beach murders has a day in court. What authorities had to say about the evidence against him. And why the Pentagon is pulling more than 1,000 troops from the U.S.-Mexico border. We have that story after the break.
Okay, happy August 1st. Hot August nights are in town, and this is not going to be all that hot for the first few days of the month. We'll show you all the numbers next, coming up in big weather.
Hello and welcome back. Well, a California judge ruled today saying the suspect in the murder of Cash App founder Bob Lee will stand trial. Nima Momeni is accused of killing the tech executive back in April. Prosecutors say that Momeni planned the attack, driving Lee to a secluded spot and then stabbing him 3 times. They say the attack was prompted by a dispute related to Momeni's younger sister, but Momeni's lawyers say their client had a friendly relationship with Lee and had no reason to harm him. A trial for this has not been set. In another high-profile case, prosecutors say they've turned over a massive amount of evidence on the man accused of killing 3 women and leaving their bodies near the Long Island Gilgo Beach. The 59-year-old suspect, Rex Heuermann, appeared in court today for the first time since his arraignment. He's also the prime suspect in the murder of a 4th person whose body was discovered in the same area. Authorities are looking into whether there may be more victims.
This is a 13-year case, so as you saw, we have a great deal of information, evidence, photographs, reports to provide to the defense counsel. We've begun that process.
Well, Heuermann has pleaded not guilty, and he is due back in court September 27th. Well, the Pentagon is pulling more than 1,000 active duty troops from the U.S.-Mexico border. 1,500 troops were deployed for a temporary 90-day military presence in May. 1,100 of them will conclude their mission a week from now, and the remaining 400 will extend their mission through the end of the month. The troops were intended to help back up border officials with the end of Title 42, but border crossings have dropped sharply after it expired. Well, taking you to weather here in Reno, we have some nice weather outside now, but a little bit cooler than what we saw earlier than this week. Let's check in now. Chief Meteorologist Matt Monroe. Matt, what can you tell us?
Andre, anytime you have temperatures the first week of August going down and not up, that's a real treat. So we'll get to those numbers in a second. This is also a great treat. Slow-mo video from Paul Chamberlain up there at Lake Tahoe. He calls this a liquid sunset there, and that's in the southeastern corner of the lake where Paul lives near Cave Rock. I could watch this for about an hour. My blood pressure drops. It is so incredibly relaxing and gorgeous. So Paul, thanks as always for all that great chime-in video. We love it. Keep them coming. And we like this too. 95 degrees here in Reno. That's actually right on the mark for a 30-year average high. Virginia City maxed out 84 today. Some lower 90s. Carson City down through the Carson Valley. Upper 70s, lower 80s out across Lake Tahoe. And these were comfortable out to the east here. Low to mid 90s. No triple-digit heat like we can often often see this time of the year. Nice night out there tonight. A lot of people cruising around in the cars. We're at 78 degrees, winds out of the north-northwest at 10, low humidity and the pressure at 29.96. And then lows tonight, we get down to about 63 right here in the biggest little city. 61 is average. And then Lake Tahoe goes all the way down to a nice, cool, almost chilly 43, 42 Tahoe City. Some lower 40s tonight in Truckee, upper 50s and lower 60s out to the east and down to about 52. That's going to feel nice in Winnemucca. So we're dry here today. What's left tonight is just a shower or a sprinkle here. Humboldt County, down across Pershing County. There's just a touch of action down across Hawthorne, eastern side of Walker Lake. Maybe a little lightning strike there as well about 5-10 minutes ago. A good chunk of the action still here out across the Nevada-Utah border, sitting just to the east of Elko. And that's all part of a big surge of moisture out across the Four Corners. That is the monsoonal flow. And we initially thought by tomorrow and maybe Thursday, some of that action, that southerly flow, would be a little farther off to the west and give us a decent chance of at least a stray shower or a stray thunderstorm. That is not going to happen now. We're dry tomorrow. Few extra clouds with the rain off to the south and off to the east. We'll do that again out on Thursday, and then Friday, chance of rain is riding way up high to the north. Winnemucca out across northern Washoe and also Modoc County will keep it dry here, and it looks dry right through the upcoming weekend. Highs tomorrow, I think these are about 2 degrees underdone. 94 here, probably upper 70s out across the lake, some low to mid 90s out to the east of town. And again, average high is 95. Look at this. We don't hit 95 again until Sunday. So enjoy the nice little break from the heat. 63 tonight, partly cloudy. Average low is 61. Tomorrow, a mix of sun and clouds. We'll term it partly cloudy. 94. Westerly winds kick in 10 to 15, gusting to 25 during the afternoon. And then here's the Reno 10-day forecast. Lower 90s through Saturday, mid 90s on Sunday. And then we're cooking a little bit out on Monday and Tuesday. Aces have a home game on Tuesday.
All right, thank you, Matt. Now bringing you to some health news. Walgreens becomes the first pharmacy to start offering the RSV vaccine for older adults. People 60 and over can schedule appointments right now. The FDA approved the vaccine last spring, and it's a single dose shot. RSV starts spreading more widely in the fall, and more than 60,000 seniors are hospitalized every year from the respiratory illness, with the virus killing around 6,000 people. All of this according to reports from the CDC. And Amazon is rolling out its virtual health clinic service nationwide. The retail giant isn't providing the telemedicine service itself, but rather it's connecting providers with patients to treat common conditions like sinus infections, acne, and even migraines. All you have to do is answer a brief questionnaire and you'll be connected with a clinician over video or text message. Amazon Clinic does not accept insurance, but customers can use insurance to pay for medications prescribed through that service. And coming up, it's the first day of August, and there are a slew of events happening in and around Reno this month, from the popular Chalk Art Music Festival to Dog Days of Summer. We have all the latest straight ahead. Listen up, there's a lot happening in our community this week. From free health services to Dog Days of Summer, there are several events happening this month and tomorrow. Community Health Alliance is hosting a Ronald McDonald Caremobile Clinic. They'll be providing WIC services, pediatric dental care, and so much more. And Greater Nevada Credit Union will also be there on site, offering financial wellness, education, and even entertainment for the kiddos. The events take place tomorrow from 9 to 2 at Neil J. Field Health Center on Neil Road. Appointments are preferred, but walk-ins are of course welcomed. And those kids are going back to school. They may need some vaccines because it's almost time for them, and Catholic Charities of Northern Nevada wants to help prepare you. They're hosting a back to school and family resource day. This Thursday, family can pick up new coats for their children. They can even visit the St. Vincent's Food Pantry to get vaccines and more. The event will take place at the Moana Lane Neighborhood Center from 1 to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And also happening this week on Thursday, the Reno Public Market is hosting its first Thursdays event. It's all part of their monthly retail pop-up event hosted by Wandering Wild, featuring Reno and Tahoe artists. Not only can you grab a bite to eat, but you can also pick up handmade and locally crafted goods. First Thursdays goes from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Reno Public Market on Plum Lane. And the SPCA of Northern Nevada is inviting the community to participate in a one-of-a-kind fundraiser. For just $20, you can name a rescue pet. The fundraiser is going on now and through next Tuesday, August 8th. Participants can name either a dog or a cat, and the SPCA will send you an email with a picture and information on the pet. Well, Dog Days of Summer returns to the Pioneer Center this month from August 18th to the 20th. You can enjoy free outdoor performances and a variety of food trucks. The event features a different mixed genre program each night and a wide range of Northern Nevada-based dance companies. And you're encouraged to arrive early, to bring your chairs and your blankets to find some seating. And it doesn't stop there. We are looking ahead to plan later this month. The Reno Chalk Art and Music Festival is returning to the Atlantis for the 7th year in a row. The 3-day event features live art installations, live music, food, and a whole lot more. It's beginning from August 25th through the 27th. So mark your calendars. Our applications are now open if you'd like to paint, and registration is free and tickets are now on sale. And are you ready for some football? Well, listen up, Wolfpack fans. Nevada Athletics is bringing back their annual Fan Fest. More details on this coming up.
Offices, but we will soon be in the Champion Chevrolet studio for the debut of NSN Tonight. And we have a lot to talk about, including the start of Nevada football's fall camp. It begins bright and early Wednesday morning. We also have a special guest, Nevada women's basketball coach Amanda Levins. All that and a whole lot more coming up right after this on NSN Tonight. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Mike. And sticking with sports, Nevada Athletics is bringing back Fan Fest for all you Wolfpack fans. And you'll have a chance to meet and get autographs from the athletes themselves, including the football team, the Nevada cheer team, and the band will also be at the event. It's taking place Saturday, August 19th at Jensen Plaza, located on the northwest point of Mackey Stadium.
And fans are allowed to bring one item to be autographed. There'll also be bounce houses, an obstacle course, and a live DJ. That's for Andrea and myself. Free parking available starting at 4:30 in the afternoon.
The one thing about Matt and I is we like to dance.
We can get down. We can do it.
We
and of
can
course,
boogie.
We can boogie. And the football season is 4 weeks from this Saturday. Big game against USC. So go
We got to get the hype. And we also
That's
have the first Friday of this week is also Wolfpack Friday.
That's true.
So we have a lot to celebrate.
We're getting it cranked up early here, and weather-wise, we look pretty good starting with tomorrow. Partly cloudy, 94 degrees. Of course, hot August nights in town this week, so everybody's trying to get outside and enjoy that. And then here's your 10-day forecast. 94 degrees tomorrow, 91 out on Thursday. Friday, it's going to be about 93, lower 90s on Saturday. Again, average is 95. We're not going to hit that again until Sunday, upper 90s by Monday and Tuesday. If you're hitting the lake this weekend, it's amazing. Lots of sunshine, upper 70s, and then the weekend 81 to 84, just about perfect.
I love to see it. And again, thank you so much for watching our first 10 o'clock news on Fox 11. We hope you stay tuned.